Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game. If there's anything that is connective to this collective, that is beautiful. I invite you to take that ish with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's all right. You can just leave it right where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for somebody else in the collective. You should never take something off the table, or in general, that does not belong to you. Please keep in mind that time may be fluid as well as energy. Let's get into it. Shall we? Oh, yes. Yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? Channeled messages. Collective reading. Title after. See what we come up with together. Welcome, homies. Please do the tribe a favor. Make sure you get them likes up on your way into the video. Also, check to make sure that you are a subscriber. A homie. True and through. Much love, appreciation, gratitude, and thanks to those that have and those that do. Hello, welcome in, homie. Welcome, welcome. Thankful to see you here. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance, please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective. Please guide us all, always, in all ways. Thank you. All right, I have truly no idea where we begin today, except a little bit of stress management seems to be necessary. So, yes, thank you. All right, so the card on top, stress management. We have some candles, some black roses, a mirror. Messages for the collective, please. What do they need to know today? Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. We are doing channeled messages. There's something about being blindsided by an Aries. Something about a Virgo. We have some Leo energy. Something about some graceful justice. Messages for the collective. Welcome in, everyone. Thankful to see you guys here. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you guys for subscribing to the tribe. All right. I got a general idea of something happening. First, we're going to smoke our way in. One big stoner, excuse me, for any and all coughs. You guys see this fly? There's like one giant fly literally just trying to drive me bonkers. I have not been screwed with all day by this thing. And now it's just here monitoring us. So there's that for you. If you hear me randomly slap my table, you'll know why. Let's light it up and lay it down, shall we? Yeah. Okay. Somebody's having an issue with self-image, self-confidence, self-consciousness, this mirror. Somebody is very stressed out I'm getting an energy of like born into less than humble beginnings. Wrong side of the tracks, poverty, bootstrap, fucking paycheck to paycheck, you know, that type of life. Those are the roots. That's where someone, more than one someone, whatever. That's where the roots start. All right. And whether this person's smart, whether this person's beautiful, whether this person's highly athletic, has all these really admirable qualities about them or not, they don't see those qualities about themselves because most of the world hasn't either. Most of their, the world that does revolve around them hasn't noticed them, hasn't seen all these fucking magical qualities about someone, all right? Because this person was born poor, because they were born, in the ghetto or on the wrong side of the tracks, whatever the hell it is. So there's this energy of, well, I'm not going to give them a chance. I'm not going to give them a fucking hand up. I'm not going to, nothing. I'll give them a licking, but I won't give them a hand. I'll give them a tongue lashing for being born where they were, but I won't give them a hand up to nothing. Yikes. In that, unfortunately, the person, the people, the energies in the collective started to see themselves the way that the world saw them, the way that life processed them. It distorted their sight of themselves. It distorted their understanding of themselves. They should have this favorable outlook at themselves, and they don't. Why should they have a favorable outlook of themselves if they're, just some white trash, trailer trash, whatever? Because who the fuck said that that's what they are just because that's what they were born into? Maybe what this person, this individual, what these people, these energies are is actually stronger than most because that's what they came from. That's what they were born into. That's what their roots were, fucking rotten. And they still flourished. They still thrive. In harder circumstances than others. It's the daisy blooming through the sidewalk cracks. It's the lotus blooming in the mud. You, whoever you are the daisy through the sidewalk crack. You are the lotus in the mud. Little do they know, doesn't matter where you came from. It's where you've gotten yourself. Where you, spirit, life, love, even loss, has gotten you. That's what makes you strong. That's what makes you a target of their behavior. Whoever this is for, more than once have you been brought to a place of not even being able to read your own name through the smears of others' mouths. words, lies. Through it all, you remained fierce. It's going to make a difference in the coming years. That ferocity. This fly is, I mean, you guys. Is somebody trying to annoy the ever-living fuck out of you? Like, is that an energy that you feel, you know? Somebody's trying purposely to push you over the edge. They're trying to, like, micromanage you. They're trying to get into your favorite things and take over, not let you enjoy your creature comforts. Fuck them. Let's get them high, shall we? Okay. So for a more balanced approach to things, if you feel like you were born into humble beginnings or less than, and your opportunities haven't been as voluptuous and varietal as they could have, should have been, all right? Here's some medicine. Your endorphins kick in true pain relief for you. How do you kick in your endorphins? How do you get them going? With exercise, music, laughing, movies, things like that. Serotonin helps to stabilize your mood, okay? And these are like base things that help you enjoy your life no matter who, where, what, why, when, how, okay? To stabilize your mood, serotonin. How do you kick that in? Sun, mindfulness, you meditate, you get out in nature, all right? So these are the happiness chemicals. And I guess my big point is you don't have to be rich. Doesn't matter. It don't matter. These things are generally free. Yeah, we can put, money in there and but they can generally be free, okay? And very rewarding. The payoff is immense. All right. Oxytocin, the love chemical. You kick that in with touch, helping, pet connection, and social connection. And dopamine is your reward chemical. You can kick that in by eating, accomplishing goals, self-care, task completion. Anchoring is very important as well. Absolutely. So something about all of this, these little bits and pieces of homework we've been discussing, they're going to help integrate work, like light work, shadow work, and life. All right. They're going to help you get your goals into action. They're going to help bring in some epiphanies, some optimism, some fluidity, and some favorability. Somebody could be Cancer, born between June 21st and July 22nd. Water sign energy, either way. A lot of intuition in that. Somebody intuitively knows that you are about to become something. They intuitively know it because they've always seen that you have the Midas touch. You transform things just by loving them, touching them, acknowledging them in their existence. Somebody may have a pretty little tattooed body. Side note from the song in the background. All right. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to open the curtain. Give me just a moment, please. I might draw the fly that way so it leaves me alone. All right. We're going to get into the Heart and Hands deck, see what this has to say, y'all. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm trying not to pay too much attention to the comments. I love and appreciate you all very, very much. I do encourage you guys to communicate with each other kindly, lovingly. But when I pay too much attention to the comment section, I do end up losing track of the reading, and none of us needs that, all right? So you have the Two of Wands in the reverse, accompanied by the Devil. Somebody's tired of blaming you for something. This is for somebody. Someone's tired of blaming somebody in the collective for something that they know, like, it takes two to tango. And whatever homie this is for, you might not even been one of the two that were tangoing, but you got your toes stepped on. And somebody blamed you for your toes being there. But your toes were right where they belonged, right where this person had you put them, something. It's like guy asks girl to prom, takes girl to prom, starts dancing on the dance floor with girl, sees other girl out on dance floor, says, ooh, I want to dance with her. I want to rub up against that. So the girl that he asked to the prom, takes to the prom, and has dancing on the floor with him. He's like, oh, hang on, stay right here for a second. I'll be right back. Walks off, goes over to this other girl who's dancing with somebody else. And he's like, can I cut in? I want to dance with this. Like this other chick's an object, but she does act like one because she's like, yeah, let's do this. They get out there, they start dancing on the dance floor, and all of a sudden they trip over the girl that this guy, this fucking asshat, asked to the prom in the first place. So then they look at her and they're like, well, what the hell? Get out of the way. We're dancing here. What? Something like that. But somebody's tired of, it's almost like 30 years after prom, this guy has, blamed this girl for 30 years. He blames the one that he took to the prom. Maybe when they tripped over this girl, girl number 2 broke her fucking ankle. So she never, calls the guy or whatever. Something happened. This is just an example. It's popping up in my mind with these cards, but this guy has blamed the girl that he took to the prom the whole time for having her toes in the way because this, or this. And all these years later, he's sitting here with his fucking bald patch and, he's like, he's got his big old man beard, all these things. And he's like, fuck, it was my fault. It wasn't her fault at all. I took her to the prom. I asked her to come with me. Then I told her to wait on the dance floor. And then. So all these years later, all this time later, it's almost like they spent 30 some odd years or whatever thinking that the girl was, oh, she's pathetic. She's going to come crawling back to me and apologize for having her toes on that dance floor. Homie, they think you're going to go back. And then they realized, after all this time, how strong and resilient and sure of yourself that you weren't the fucking problem at all. that you are, and they're like, oh man, you know what? I've wasted a lot of time placing blame where it didn't belong. Fuck. Now what? It brings them a sinking in the pit of their gut to think that there may not be a now what. They may have waited too long. The Two of Wands in the reverse comes to say, stop to consider your decisions. You have a choice to make, but you shouldn't act rashly. The current situation is no longer working for you, and it may be tempting to take the first path out, but doing so may not bring the best results. So this person, this asshat, I'm gonna just keep calling him an asshat, this dude, you know, the energy of somebody that would ask somebody to the prom just to ditch them on the dance floor and then call them a problem. And again, that doesn't have to be exact, okay? But if that hits and you're like, I know somebody that would do that, I know somebody that would literally act just like that, then yeah, I'm talking about them. They're the asshat, all right? If you have an asshat in your life, then listen up. They did stop. They considered their decisions. They made them accordingly. They acted rashly. It never worked for them. And it was tempting for them to take the easy route out, which was to blame, point fingers, project everywhere, everyone, everything but them. And it did not bring them very good results. I'll tell you right now, though, this is what somebody wanted for you. If this is your situation, this is your scenario, But again, they got tired of waiting around, realizing that that wasn't going to be your truth. Realizing that they couldn't write your truth for you. They couldn't keep writing your script for you. They couldn't keep telling you who you are not, what you can and cannot do, what you can and cannot accomplish, who you can and cannot be. How much intuition or spirituality or intelligence or beauty that you could or could not have. They just couldn't write that script for you anymore. See, yeah, you're not your past. You're where you decide to go. Maybe in the past, you lived out that script that was written for you. That I just keep getting humble beginning. Script, life script. Somewhere along the way, you learned how to crumple it up, throw it away, and write a new one. Just because you were raised in the shadows doesn't mean that's where you're gonna end up. It took a lot of work to get out of them. That's what these people don't realize. You already know how to heal your wounds. You already know how to stay out of the shadow. You already have the strength because you had to drag yourself out of there. And that takes more than anything that they have. At one point, whoever this message is for, life, your roots, all the things, had you believing that you were your own worst enemy and therefore you became your own worst enemy. Had you believing that life was your enemy and therefore that's what it became. But again, that's a part of the narrative that's been crumpled. And if it hasn't, crumple it. It's not hard. Believe in yourself. You're not alone when it comes to that being a task. But you won't be alone in it becoming an accomplishment either. A strength. You are a story of strength that is about to be told loudly and proudly. I'm not even really sure exactly what on earth I just said, but I feel like it's really, really, really beautiful energy, and I want to get that across. It is like going to the river of spirit, of life, of nature, of love, of God, and being washed clean and clear of any mask, any disguise, any projection, any fucking lies that were painted on you. And then sharing the beauty and vitality of that experience with those that need it. If that's you, and that's what you do, thank you. I'm going to end this one here, guys. I love you so much. I appreciate you immensely and intensely. Until we speak again, my dears. Take care.